This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Tuesday, the 2nd of September, 2025. Can you believe it's September already? Oh my goodness. Where has the time flown off to? Let me adjust my phone, put it up on the clamp. You will always see jiggling when I first come on. Never used to be that way, but they changed things around on me. All right, this morning, today, I'm going to work on these journals, which I'm going to write little notes in, and I started these the other night, and I wasn't feeling well, but I'm better now. I ate corn on the cob, and the other part of the shell of the corn, my tummy couldn't digest them. I'm going to have to make cream corn, I guess. But anyway, I'm all better, so... And let's see, I want to finish my owl postcards. I think I'll give these away, keep one for myself and give a couple away. So stay tuned for that. And I might do a couple of other things. I'm not sure what's going on. Good morning, Arlene. Hello, hello. Let me get over here and get into my notepad so that I can see chat. I can't see chat up there unless I stand up and fiddle with it. Let's see. Skip the ad. And yeah, looks pretty good. I might have to move my camera over this way a little. We're getting all of this, which is off to the side of my desk. My notepad is actually on these boxes. All right, so let me adjust the quality up from 480 to 1080. You'd think after I do this all the time it would start at 1080. And let me adjust the chat to, hi Lori, Jacqueline has you up early. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Is she up? Is she up too? Did she wake you up? She said, Lori, get up. My mother used to yell at me to get up in the mornings. I was not a morning person, but I am now, pretty much. Sometimes I oversleep, though. Let's see. Let me fix my chat to all messages. There we go. Hi, Dee Dee. Jacqueline woke you up? Did she only wake you up one morning, or is this going to be a thing? Oh, let's work on the owl postcards first. I have about 4 of them here, I believe, and I need to heal the paint chip on them. And rattle, rattle, rattle. I've got some owls in here. We'll come back to those. Let's see, I think first, yeah, I've got 4. And I'm going to keep one for myself, so I'll give away 3. But I'm going to wait till we get a few more folks in here. It's definitely a thing. I'm going to draw with my white pen first before I do the backs. We're going to give this owl a branch to sit on. And I think I've mailed out the other postcards that I did the other day. So you should be getting them. And then if you're in the Fibdiggity Creators group, I've got the thank yous from the last stream that we had last week. They're ready to mail. All I have to do is put postage stamps on them. They're all addressed and everything. And they'll go out today. And we are having fun getting ready for October's Fibdiggity Creators group. we're going to do what the Jacqueline's idea of doing bird journals. October, November, December. And Legia is just going to town on them. She is doing a wonderful job. I am doing some member streams. We did a September prototype, and I'm kind of working on that with member videos. So that's fun. We're having fun with that. We're doing zines. And you might see, I think I posted 2 of Legia's on my post tab, and I think they're public. So you can get an idea of what she's doing. She's doing a wonderful job on them. Definitely a thing. Mine are almost together. Oh, I can't wait to see them, Lori. I can't wait to see them. Feel free to post. And you can post publicly too, because I am inviting the public. You have to join the Fibdiggity Creators Group, which is $1.99 a month. But you know, if you don't want to do that for the whole year, you could do it for the months of September, October, November, and December, and then not pay again. And you could just join for if you're interested in a project that we're doing. And I keep harping on this. I don't mean to, but it is, well, it's the second lowest. 99 cents is the lowest. And that's called Fibdiggity Friends. And I'm going to be doing a project in there once I get myself caught up, whenever that is going to be. But I do want to do some more work in the Fibdiggity Friends group. But the one where we're doing the zines is called Fibdiggity Creators, and that's $1.99 a month. And I'll tell you, that's about the price of a candy bar these days. All right. But I understand if you can't join. I'm still going to do my regular videos and things. And I'll tell you, I do more with the regular videos than I do in my membership area. So, because I stream 2 or 3 times a week. Now, see, I've got, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've got my heat gun too close to the paint there. And I did find some sandpaper. I want to turn your mute on because I'm going to do a little sanding here. I just want to sand this down. Make it nice and smooth so that I can paint that again. Just a little sanding. That's pretty good. And then I'm just going to go over that with a, this is actually the buttermilk paint on here. I think. That's what I'm going to paint it, is with the buttermilk. I've only got 4 of these to do, so if you can't stand that scratching, I understand. This one's a little worse than the others. It's all on the address portion, which is good because, you know, I can write over it. Now, I already sent some of these out. I had a giveaway with the others. These were from I was going to do snow globes one year. And this is from a large watercolor paper. And I had 2 more that were, you know, I did like 18 of, oh, look, I think I got 5 of them. I think I made 18 of these on a huge sheet of watercolor paper, and I was going to do snow globes. And I never got them done, and as I've been cleaning, I'm going to use this stuff up. So I did the owls. I might do something for October. Now, this is still September, but in October, I might do one for November and do a November snow globe or something like that. I want to use them up. All right. Now, that's done. Penelope, I'm going to get you out of the way or you'll get paint smeared on you. Let's repaint. Let's repaint this. Now, let me grab a brush, a towel. I haven't done much in my studio lately. I was really sick on, what was it, Monday. Today is Tuesday. No, it was Sunday. Was it Sunday night that I got sick? And the next day I was worth nothing. Let me get a brush here. That's pretty clean. And I just want to heal this. And we'll put this aside and let it dry. Get a thin coat of it. This one kind of got on the arrow. I'll have to fix the arrow. Don't need a whole lot on that. Now I'll have to fix that too. And I'm going to let these air dry so I don't bubble them up again with my heat gun. So I'll give away 4. I think I have 5 of them. Hi, Sylvia. Good morning, lady. She's getting the moneymaker off to work. The moneymaker must be hubby. The moneymaker must be hubby. Oh, I'm going to take some of that and put over here. Don't need much, just enough to fix the back. Let's do this one too. What are you all up to this morning? Hi, Dar. Arlene is here. Lori's here. Legia. Kimberly. Good morning, Miss Kimberly, or Mrs. Kimberly. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, Kimberly, how is your hubby doing? Paul. He had a time there where he had to be on his, was it face down for like 3 months or something? Is he all over that? Is he getting better from all of that? I felt so sorry for him. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine that. Oops. And this one's just right in here, but I'm going to heal this too. No, let's just do the whole thing. There we go. Now we'll let those dry. I'll come back and go over that arrow. Shall we do an early bird giveaway of 4 postcards? Or should I wait for a little bit? I've only got 12 people in here. I'm giving away 4 cards, so you would have a 1 in 12 chance of winning. Hi, Joyce. Good morning. Lydia's got to go back to work today. She has been doing super duper on those zines. She finished the she finished putting together the September prototype. And she was gathering papers and things and for her October one. All right, let's put this away. Kimberly says he's still struggling to see out of that eye. New glasses aren't correct. It's such a shame. A checkup again this week. He'll get there. Oh, I hope he does. You know, your eyes are such precious, I guess you can call them organs. Are your eyes organs? They are so precious. Dee Dee says, eek, Kimberly. Yeah. Wow, I can't imagine. Well, I can, because I had a cataract surgery in that left eye. And you know what? They said that cataract surgery, get 20/20 vision back again. Well, I never got 20/20. I'm still struggling to see out of my left eye. I think when I have to go get my license again, they'll make me do another cataract surgery. It didn't do much good, I hate to say. All right, I am gluing strips on these. Let's get this back out again. Flip the page here. These are going to become, I'm going to put washi tape here. And I have papers that I'm going to put here. And then I'll decorate the back. And these are going to become, they're going in a journal. And I'm going to call this, I'm going to write little notes on different topics. And I think I'm going to put what Meri thinks about, ... on my cover. Not this cover, but on the cover of the journal. And then these will become the topics, like what Meri thinks about inspiration, what Meri thinks about creativity, what Meri thinks about imperfection. And it'll just be little notes that I write and put in there. I think, and I'll have to split this, but these are envelopes that I got from Rebecca at Rebecca Wills at one of her sales, and I need to use this stuff up. I need to use it, so here I am using it. And I've got all these diggers that I keep accumulating diggers. I think this is not a digger yet. Well, it's getting there though. And what I do is I just put glue on these flaps and put and I was doing this Sunday night when I got ill. I guess when we planted sweet corn, I told my brother, and he said, oh, that's too bad because you really like your sweet corn, and I do. I love corn on the cob. But my tummy, you know, as you get older, you have all these issues with your health. And my tummy is having trouble digesting the kernels of that sweet corn. And I was reading about it online. I guess it happens to other people too. And they advise you to make cream corn, or I told my brother about it, and I said, well, because when he cooks the sweet corn, he cooks an ear for me and an ear for him. And I said, I'll just cut mine off of the cob and put it through my little, not the blender, but the little chopper thing, and chop the kernels up. And then I'll make me some corn cakes. And that's what I think I'm going to do. Because it's that you can eat popcorn and it doesn't affect you, because when your popcorn pops, it pops that outer shell. So if it's not one thing with your health, it's another. And it seems to be my tummy, my eyes, my kidneys that. Kimberly is an extra focus. Oh, Kimberly, it's an extra focus on progressive lens. What are we talking about? Joyce said she thinks she'll do the Coptic binding on your zine. Oh. That's cool, Joyce. Go for it. Treasured Books. I think her name is Natasha. I might have that wrong. Treasured Books has a really excellent video on Coptic binding. I really like it. She does a good job of explaining. She goes through it step by step, and she gives you a downloadable PDF. So when you do it, you can follow along the PDF. It has each step. I really like her tutorial on that. But I hadn't done it for a while, and I went to do my Harrison Fisher book with Coptic binding, and I did it all wrong. So be sure if you do it to follow her steps, because I thought I knew how to do it, and I didn't. That's typical of Meri. So, but I recovered from my error of my ways. Yeah. The error of your ways. And I'm going to put tape on this, so I'll come and do that next. Dee Dee says, ask about the glasses that have extra stability. I forgot what it's called. I got it on mine. It's driving him crazy. Kimberly says, it takes time. Legia says, I'd call Eyes Organs because you can donate. Yeah, I think so. I know when I had my cataract surgery, I called to see if I could get some help from Medicare because I only have Part A. If they ever change that Part B to what they're talking about, they have a 10% penalty on Part B, and I wasn't ready to get Part B when I signed up for my Medicare. And I just financially was not, I needed every penny I got. Well, now I'm a little bit more stable, and I'd like to get it, but you have a 10% penalty. Well, after 9 years, that penalty accumulates every year. And it goes, it's not just a 10% penalty on the first premium, that when you first get it, it's a 10% penalty on every accumulation of the Part B premiums. And it's accumulated, for my Part B, it's probably $200 or $300. I think it's like $173 now. But it's 10% of the premium every year. And it accumulates. Well, they're talking about making a different formula where you still have to pay a penalty, but it's calculated differently. And it's a little bit more fair to, and I wasn't the only one who's caught in this gap. There are other people too, because of the economic situation at that time. A lot of people were caught not being able to get Part B. And I could have gotten it. It wasn't that I couldn't, it was just that I had so many other things to take care of that I was pretty healthy at that time that I couldn't see paying for something that I didn't need. And now I could use it. I can get along without it, but it would be nice to have, but I don't think that 10% penalty every year is fair. And let's see if I can get, here's my July journal. I still have to do the closure. I haven't found my red ribbon yet. But it's all done. I've got the tassel on the side. I've got the red buttons on it. All the pages are finished. And I'm pretty proud of this. I need to get a ribbon on the closure. And I want to get some of those, and I have some somewhere, that says those little metal numbers that say 2025. And then I'll call this journal done. I actually completed a journal. And Dee Dee was sorting out all of her journals. I need to go back and watch all of that, Dee Dee. Sorting out journals. I'm looking for some brown strips here that I can use. I think I put them in here. That's one. That's a shorter one. I think I cut these wrong. There. Let me cut that. I think I cut these at 1.5. 1.5. I need to make sure I have the right side. My cap over there for a minute. I just need to cut one. Wherever my trimmer went off to. Yeah. 1.5. That doesn't look right. There we go. Put that back in the scrap box. Oh, I got that a little. One more. One more. Throw that away. Yeah, I want to get in this room and work in this room. I want to work on my Harrison Fisher stickers. And if you attended the stream last Thursday, I believe it was August 28th, you will get a thank you. I've got those all ready to send. I guess I said that once. And I will need to work on the next set of them. And we're going to finish that project at the end of this month in our creators group. Trim this just a little. Alrighty. Now, I've got all of these, and I need to trim them here in the center. Just cut a line, so that they'll flap down when I fold them in. Like so. Now I probably should cut like that. And I probably should wait to do this until I put my washi on. So let's go put the washi. Let's pick out some washi. Let me refresh my chat. Chat filter. All messages. You want to make a journal from the Happy Mail you received, Joyce? That's a good idea. Let's see. Let's go down to the bottom. Kimberly says, do you know I'm on my 10th year of Meri and Dee Dee? That's a lot of enabling. I know, Dee Dee. I have watched Dee Dee ever since she came on to YouTube. I tried to watch her on Ustream. She used to stream on Ustream. I don't know how many years she was on Ustream. She'll tell us. But Dee Dee is a long time, very successful streamer. People just love her. I love her too. And she just is so inspiring. She's so enabling, isn't she, Kimberly? Yeah. Hi, Mina. Good morning, Miss Mina. It's good to see you. Let's see. Kimberly says, good morning, Mina. Dee Dee says, exactly, Kimberly. Kimberly says, Dee Dee, it was so inspiring in my little shed. I have a bookcase crammed with my monthly journals. What to do, what to do, what to do. I'm going to have to go back and see what Dee Dee said to do with all those journals. Joy says, I want to make a journal from Happy Mail. Dar said, that's a good way to keep on top of it, Arlene. I have to see what Arlene said. Dee Dee says, I've been in this room 24 years. Lots of journals have been made. Wow, 24 years. Of course, I didn't move down here until 2016. I started my channel in 2013, and I did mostly standalones. I was looking at a lot of my old urban sketching videos. I want to go urban sketching again. I wanted to go yesterday, which was Monday, but I just wasn't quite up to it. And I want to do some more urban sketching. I doubt that I can go today. I won't be able to go tomorrow. My brother has a doctor appointment. Thursday, I might be able to go urban sketching if the weather permits. Let's see. What did Arlene say? Dee Dee said it was a good idea. Arlene says, I have such limited space that I scavenge my journals and toss what's left regularly. Yeah, it's hard to toss for me. I try. I'm getting better at tossing scraps that, I tend to want to keep my scraps. But, of course, I have a whole box of cutoffs like when I did, these. But I'm talking about little scrappy scraps. I'm getting better at tossing those. Dee Dee says, I only got 3 shelves done yesterday. Joyce said, well, that's progress. Let's see. Mina says, good morning. Good morning, Mina. Arlene says, Treasure Books Coptic tutorial. Thank you, Arlene, for dropping that link. That's an excellent tutorial if you want to learn Coptic binding. Legia says, I'm doing tab binding. It seems the easiest, but I still messed it up. Well, Legia, whenever you learn something new, you're bound to mess it up a couple times and when you mess it up, that's really just, you're learning. That's just something you have to learn. So I love the way you're binding them. You're doing an excellent job. Yeah. Mina says, hi, Mary. Legia says, and she's also has on tab binding. Oh, Treasure Books has a tab binding tutorial. I'm going to have to look at that. Joyce said she watched her. Kimberly says, thank you, Dee Dee. I was wondering what that was. I will have him ask on Thursday. And they're talking about, I think his name is Paul, your hubby. Dee Dee is advising Kimberly on eyeglasses. Arlene says, Legia, yes, they can. When my little brother got killed, his cornea was donated to a local boy that was going blind. Oh. Arlene shared a picture of her to me, and Arlene and her brother used to do roller skating. And let me tell you, it was probably around the time my younger brother, we were still speaking back then, but he did a lot of photography up in Lincoln for the Roller Skating Rink of America. And I still think he might have caught you a couple times, Arlene. But she sent me a picture of her and her little brother when they roller skated. And let me tell you, that Arlene is a looker. She's a looker. Yeah. And I think he got killed in a motorcycle accident, she said. Dee Dee says, ask about the glasses that have extra civility. Okay, let me go down to the bottom. Dee Dee says, Society of Idea Collecting. It's a great way to keep ideas, Sylvia. Miss Dee Dee and Miss Mary got me up on the Society of Idea Collecting. and I love how it works. Yeah, Dee Dee is the pro on that. Meri is, I still got my journal down there. I haven't been doing much lately. I need to, because it gets lost in the, but in the conglomeration of things I have here, but I'll get back to it. Probably January when you start it up again. She usually does her Society of Idea Collecting videos. I don't know. They usually show up around January. But check her playlist because she's just got tons of information about collecting ideas. I love her mind mapping. Someday I'm going to do another mind map, but lately I haven't had much trouble doing ideas. They flow into my head. Let's see, Arlene says, what did Arlene say? She says now, let's see, I lost your chat, Arlene. Now you're a chubby old broad. But you know, you never lose your beauty, Arlene. You are beautiful inside. You are such a sweet person. We love you. And you never do lose your beauty. I was looking at old videos, and I saw an old video of me when my hair was still brown, and I'm going, was that me? Hi, Teresa. Good morning. Dee Dee says, my family made me sell off my, what? Skates? Your family made you sell them off? They didn't want you to break a hip. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tempted to get a bicycle, but I've been advised not to. I would love to get a bicycle to ride around this little town, but I've been advised not to. I used to ride the bicycle every place. I was a bicycle girl. Yeah, Kimberly says, safety, Dee Dee. Teresa's here. Let's see. Kimberly says, hush up, Arlene. Yeah, you're probably just as sweet and pretty as you always were, but a little bit older. Sylvia says, Miss Dee Dee, I received a random act of kindness, and she wrote all over the packaging. Throw me away. Oh. Yeah, the Society of Idea Collecting is a great way to keep ideas and to get new ideas. All right, so what I want to do now is put the washi tape, and I have found loads of washi tape, and I got another bag of it at one of Lindy's vendors when she had her sale, and I want to put washi. Let me go through that other, because I've gone through this. I seem to accumulate this washi, and I still have some of this jot. I don't even think they sell this anymore. You might be able to find it at Dollar Tree. I've never opened these. They're so skinny. I got some of those. This is tape, that's alphabet tape. That's tinted tape by Vintage Street. And I want washi. And I want some fairly wide. This might do. And some red. That would be for Christmas. Here's some black. It's a little thinner. I'm looking for the thicker stuff. This will do. This is too wide. This is more of a paper tape. I don't even think that's tape, that's paper. There's some I haven't opened. I'm looking for the wider stuff. Of course, I could put two of the... That's not wide enough for my taste. Probably why this goes down to the bottom is I like the wide stuff when I'm doing stuff like this. This is a package of 2. Here's some more of this tape Reuben from the dollar store. I don't even think, you might occasionally find something. I don't see it at the dollar store anymore. We'll try some of this red polka dot. Might have to do 2 of those. That's kind of thin. Not got any more thick stuff in here. This is all medium. Well, I'm messing it up, aren't I? I like this because I put it on my envelopes when I mail out. It goes good on my envelopes. Yeah, I think most of this in here is thinner. So let's go to the other. And, well, I could start with what I have. That's probably enough. But let me see if I have any whiter in this bag. I got some finger protectors. There's some white or blue. Some black, which... Alright, I think that's probably enough. We'll come back and see if I need any more. Let's start with the whitest stuff. I'll start with that one. And maybe that one. And what I'm going to do is put them on these. So let's flip this over. And I guess I'll do them one at a time here. Get my glue book out. And I put it back down below. The Great Plains Zoo and Delbridge Museum, open daily. Where's it at? Pettigrew. I don't know where it's at, though. Sioux Falls Park, so it must be around Iowa? I don't know. Sioux Falls is in Iowa, isn't it? Now I want to put the tape. Actually, I want these the other way. I want them. No, I guess I do want them this way. And I'm going to put the tape across here. But I don't know. I might have to put 2 pieces on. We'll see. Let's get it started. This is kind of a newsprint. You can't see it very well, but does that start there? Find the opening. Usually I find the opening by going back and forth like this, and you can feel where it starts. All right. I think I'll start right there. And this is a digger. Put it over there and put them out of the way. This is the one I was using. It's almost a digger. And I'll use those diggers when I do glue booking. Diggers meaning you have to dig the glue out of it to get it all used up. See, it just got a little, I think I'll take one of those thin ones and go over that. Let's get a thin one out. And this isn't going to work because it's going to stick to the paper. Let's get a thin one and put over that just a little, and that'll give me 3 stripes. Get a thin guy. It says, you and me, the hubby one. These are just arrows. it'll give me a chance to use up all these little things. That's enough for now. All right. Let me go down to the bottom of chat. What did Kimberly say? Dar, it's loaded. I dumped some more in there yesterday. What are you talking about? Dee Dee says she needs to paint the backs of her 3 train discs. Dar says, Kimmer's best wish on the washi tape holder. A little red wagon. Oh, it sounds cute, she says. My little red wagon is loaded. Is it a real little red wagon? It sounds cute. Up in Wisconsin, someplace in one of my storage units, I have a wagon that my uncle, my mother's brother, Uncle Leonard, he's passed away several years ago, but he made a wagon out of a Coke box, a wooden Coke box, and I latched onto it. I thought it was so cute. He let me have it. He let me have it. Bless his heart. He probably had in mind somebody else. But I have memories of him. I'd like to get that stuff home someday, but I don't have any room for it here. It would just go from storage unit to storage unit. And I got enough here to sort out, to deal with. Now I'm going to take these and start putting them on something, because I have plenty. I'm going to start putting them on one of these, I think. Let's just tear it in half. And I always waste my little ends there. I should put a deal of glue on there and it'll come up. I'm going to have to get out a new tape pretty soon. A new glue stick. Save my little ends. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Should I cut it as I go? I need to fold it good there so I can see where I'm cutting. And I don't know, I think I should cut at an angle. And it'll be I guess that's good angle. And of course, if you cut this one at an angle, you've got to cut this one at an angle. And there we go. They'll fold down like this. Or like that, I guess. And then yeah, I think I'm liking that. And then I'm going to put I'm deciding whether to put the topic on the outside or down here. I'll decide that later, but I think I'm going to like this. All right. Shall I save this too? No, we'll throw these away. Yeah, I told you I was getting better at it. Not perfect, but better. All right, let's do another one like that, which was my newsprint washi. I gotta go watch your journal video, Dee Dee. I wasn't feeling the best yesterday. Sunday night I was not feeling good. And Monday wasn't that much better, but it was a little better. But I I wasn't up to anything. Let's put a little bit of glue down here. Yeah, it's getting there. And I used that red arrow. That's the you and me. I want the arrow. I'm going to smear some glue on this. And when I cut this, I'll have a collage of washi ends here. Not that I need it, but I guess it helps me not feel wasteful. Put a little glue on. I guess I'm done with this. I'm going to use it as a digger. I'm going to get out a new one. Put it on the wrong side. Oh, Mary. Am I swishing it down? I got 3 diggers here. I'm going to have to do some glue booking so I can clean those out. Let's see, I think I got some more here someplace. Where? I always have them there, usually in my way. I always buy them when I go to town. Now I want one and I can't find it. There's one in that shoebox, wherever I put that shoebox. Where did I put that shoebox? Oh, reach. Where's that shoebox? Mary's looking for her shoebox. Or any glue. Here we go, I found some. I was going to take them down to the lake. I get these at Walmart, and I think that they are pretty good glue sticks. And you pay about $3.50 or $3.60 for 3 of them. So they're a little over $1 a piece, but I like them. All right. So there's that. And I'm going to slow go here. What is this doing out? Let's put that back in the package. I want my bone folder. So that I can see where to cut. There we go. And then they'll fold down like this. I think I like that. That's the second one. Put the tape on top of it. Let me check chat. I'll refresh my chat. Chat filter all messages. Hi, Cynthia. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It doesn't cover the vid, so that's good. Okay, thanks. Something new. Click off easy on the X. I don't know what she means. Oh, I think she's talking about the live chat. Over the chat, yes, Kat. Is anyone else getting ads popping up in chat? I don't know if I can turn that off. We have a member in here. Cynthia. Good morning, Miss Cynthia. I like how, I've never seen that before. Cynthia put a good morning message and it's showing up on my top menu. I love that. Thank you for saying good morning, Miss Cynthia. It helps me see them better. I'm going to sneeze. I sneezed in my elbow. Now I'm going to have to blow my nose, though. Oh, dear. Excuse me a minute. Now I'm going to have to hand sanitize my hands just for sanitation purposes while I'm doing my art. You guys are getting ads? I'm not getting any ads. Huh. It doesn't cover the vid, so that's good. Do you? I know when I watch other channels and the ads show up, it divides my screen in half. I see the ad on this half, and I kind of like how they started that, so yeah. Let's see, what else? Dee Dee says, I used the kids' little old red wagon as a wheelbarrow for your garden. Aw, I'm going to have to look for some red wagons. I'm going to go. I don't need to go, you guys. I need to have my little hand slapped. We got a library sale coming up the 6th and 7th of September. Not a library sale, it's a book sale. And then at the end of September, we've got the Nebraska Junk Jaunt. Now, I'm not going to buy a lot of junk, but I am going to go. Yeah, I'm not going to buy a lot of junk, she said. But maybe I could find a little red wagon. It'll probably cost me $25, $30, maybe even more now. But what would I do with a little red wagon in-house? My brother would. But I hope to have my studio. I hope to have all those boxes that I have out, sorted out, not sorted out, but sorted out enough that I have them out of the dining room. They're kind of bothersome out there, and they kind of bother me too. But I was going to work on it this week, but I kind of, my tummy prevented me from doing much yesterday, and I want to work on my prints today, so you know how that goes. But I got to get that done. And I'm going to bring out more boxes because I want to pull the shelf, that big shelf that we put back in my stash room. I want to pull it out, which means unloading all the stuff on it. And I want to put it in here and take one of these smaller ones and put in my stash room. And that's just a bunch of moving around. But then I can start reorganizing the boxes and everything. I should have done that when we first built that last big shelf. I should have put it in here to begin with. But no, I didn't think of it. But it'll help me in both rooms to get that one out here and this one in there. One of these shorter ones. But in order to do that, I have to move all the boxes. Yep. But I hope to have this all sorted out, at least by, I'd like to have it done by the end of September, but that's not going to happen. Too much is going on. But if I can have it done by Christmas, that would be helpful. Oh dear. That one's kind of skinny, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I need a list of topics. how many people are in here. Should we do a list? I've got 22 people. That's a good amount. This busy work. I'm not good at busy work. Let's stop and let me put this washi on here first. Saving my washi. Making a collage, a washi collage of bits and pieces here. Put it over this way. Okay. I want to stop and make a list of topics. And let's get a piece of paper out. I think I have a... No, let me stand up. I can unload one of my boxes and start filling these top shelves of my desk. Let's see, let me count how many I have here. Wow, did I do all of these? No, these are all of them. I've got 1, 2... Did I only finish 2? No, I got one under there. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'll bet you I have 20 of these. I'm going to count it as 20 times 2. It'd be 40 topics. So I want a list here. And I need to get out some more of these Sharpies. Right. I'll use this one. So this is, I'm just going to call it a topic list for my writing journal. Just topic list. And I'm going to number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to need another sheet of paper. 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm not doing this in any sort of practical paging order. 24, 25, 26, 27, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40 is going to be over here by himself. All right. So I'm thinking like my thoughts on Meri's thoughts. That's good enough. And one is going to be creativity. Inspiration, and imperfection. Those were the 3 that came to my mind at first. All right, so what I want from you guys is things I can write about. Hi, Lindy. Hi, Lindy lady. Dar says, it went on for weeks, Put's house. This Put's house, that Put's house. Something sent me down a rabbit hole. I want Wasn't it Kimberly that got Mary's doing the putz houses? Yeah, I still have the English cottage putz house that I'm working on. I need to put a chimney on it, and I want to put some of Rebecca Wells' Rococo rose on my trellis. Yeah, that sent Mary down a rabbit hole, but it's over here in my box. I just haven't got working on it again. I jumped out of the rabbit hole into another one. Oh, and the flower boxes. I got the flower boxes, I think. Oh, do I want to put some of the Rococo on the flower boxes? That's a good idea, Dar. Write about gardening. That's a good one, Mina. Gardening. You know, I bought 2 of the back issues of Somerset's garden magazines. I need to get those out and read them a little bit more. But gardening with the art folks is becoming a thing lately. On urban sketching, yeah. My thought on that is I need to go again. Urban sketching. I used to call it, when I first started, drive-by sketching, because I sketch from my car. I put my phone up on my visor and it looks down. Your thoughts in the morning? First impressions? First morning impressions? Was that first morning impressions? First morning impressions, like, oh, I gotta get up. I'm gonna miss my stream. On rainbows. Ooh, I love that. Rainbows. Well, this is going to be a cool journal. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. I have to think more about that one. An imposter is somebody who, poses as somebody and comes in, and imposter syndrome. Your thoughts, if they were landscape, moods into maps or scenery. Let's see. Your thoughts, if they were landscapes, moods into maps or scenery. I'm not sure. I have to think about that one. If they, Legia comes up with some good ones. If they were landscapes, your moods into scenery or maps. That's an interesting one. Moods. I don't think about my moods except for, I'm trying not to be so negative. When I find myself getting negative, I try to jump out of that fast. It doesn't help. Well, it could help a little if you realize that you're thinking about it and change your mood, and you know it's something that probably bothers you and you need to work it out. Moods into maps or scenery. Maps, you know, maps, like you could put like the negative and map your way to the positives, and have scenery along the way. That's an interesting one. What did Arlene say? Oh, the imposter syndrome. My thoughts on trees and shade. We had some trees cut down. My thought is, I'm sure glad that they agreed to cut that one tree down, because I was sure it was going to fall on top of me. My thoughts on spring and renewal, which is a couple seasons away. Spring is. Renewal can be any time. All right, so I'm going to turn it over, and like, how the heck do I know about doing this job and I'm the director? Sometimes you don't have to know everything, Legia, because you have people working under you that know everything. Ask them what they think about it, and then you can get an idea, and then, you do your own research. But I never thought my bosses need to know everything. In fact, it kind of irritated me when they did thought they knew everything. You'd have to do everything their way, or you were wrong. I have some thoughts on that. Thoughts on bad bosses. You're not a bad boss, I can tell that right away. My thoughts on photography. I do all my photography on my phone. Don't have one of those professional cameras. Like if you're feeling blue, what would the scenery look like? Soft, rain, wintry, etc. You're not weird. My thoughts on classical music. I did listen to some classical music. Put me to sleep the other night. I said I haven't listened to that. I should, probably. 5 famous artists that struggled with imposter syndrome. There's an article. Arlene dropped a link to it. That's interesting. I'll go read that link. My thoughts on favorite colors. You guys are coming up with some good topics. My thoughts on organization. That's what we need. Organization. I was going to bring out a couple of boxes and sort them out in front of you guys, and then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I got too much other stuff I got to get done. My thoughts on canning, Sylvia says. I don't can. I freeze. I need to make some zucchini bread, make some room. My brother brought in a butternut squash yesterday, and I did eat some of it. My tummy was still a little squishy, but I thought I could tolerate and it was delicious. And he froze the other 2 parts of it, what he didn't eat and what I didn't eat. But we're going to have butternut squash coming out of our ears. And I know he's going to be bringing in a watermelon pretty soon. My thoughts on self-care. My thoughts on lakes and camping. Got some thoughts on that. 19 is self-worth. I'm going to put that with self-care. Self-care, self-worth. Kind of goes together. My thoughts on charcoal or pan pastels, which I don't use much because I don't have a fixative. I just about bought some pastels the other day. I've got them. I don't have I've got the student grade ones. You guys, hi Tina. All good topics to mind map, aren't they, Dee Dee? We might do some mind mapping. Not this morning. Thoughts on people you meet and how they impact your life. Oh, Lindy, that's a good one. People you meet and how they impact your life. That's a good one. And that's online too. I have to say, I meet more people online than I do in real life. But you can meet somebody just randomly going to the store. And you might say hello to them or smile at them. And I don't know about talking to them, a random person, but sometimes I think it was in one of the ladies' magazines where this article was about praying for people randomly. And if you see somebody out on the street, just, where they don't know, you just say, oh, that's an interesting person, bless that person's life, and, whatever they're going through, help them through it. That type of random prayer. And they don't even know you're praying for them, but that's a good one, Lindy. Good morning, Tina. Tina, I don't know how she does it. She gets all those @ signs and everybody's names and hearts. That's fast typing. I'd make 20 million mistakes on that, Tina. Good morning, lady. Sylvia says, my thoughts on switching watercolor markers and ink. Switching, you mean using them all in the same thing? Watercolors, markers, and ink. Markers and ink. I use all of those things when I go urban sketching. I usually start out with I don't usually use a pencil. When I urban sketch, I start out with a sketch with like a marker that does not blur, I had those micro, what do they call those, Sigma pens. I use those for a while, and Sharpies. Markers, it's more watercolor markers than actual markers like this, and then your watercolor. And I usually, man, I'll tell you, I'm telling you all my thoughts. When I do watercolor, I can't do just thin watercolor. I've got to pile that color on. I've noticed that in my watercoloring. Thoughts on distractions that caught you by the surprise. That's a good one. I always get distracted. Caught by surprise. I'm stopping at 40. I know you guys probably have more. Your thoughts on your artistic evolution. That's a good one. Artistic evolution. Boy, this is going to be an interesting book. Okay, now we're going to 24. Yeah, 24. Your thoughts on rabbit holes. Another good one. I should have a lot of thoughts about rabbit holes because I'm familiar with them. I dig them. I go fall down them. Thoughts on water and then reading. Sylvia, you're coming up with them. Water and reading. I'm trying to read at least a book a month where I just sit down and read. Don't get out the online stuff, just read. And usually what happens, like what happened in that last book I read, I gotta finish it, and I'll be up all night finishing that book. They're saying hello to Tina. Tina says pets. Thoughts on pets? Oil pastels are good for urban sketching. Oh, that's interesting. You can get those pastels that are oil pastels that are water soluble too. That's interesting. My thoughts on books and journals. Dee Dee might have a lot of thoughts on journals. 29 would be thoughts on tatting. We'll be starting our classes again in October. I haven't done much this summer. I sorted out a lot of stuff. Thoughts on scripture? And Tina said, I had to be a fast typist for most of my working life. Well, you have that skill developed. Thoughts on procrastination? I have a lot of thoughts on that. Procrastination. Yeah, I have to, like when I need to get something done, I say, if I just get in there and work at it, I'll get it done. And sometimes I have to force myself to come in and sit down and work on it. And I do get it done, but my inclination is, you know, and I put things off. That whining. Parts on poetry and sonnets. I don't really do too much of that. Maybe that's a thought that maybe I need to read more. Although I liked in that day book that I'm using for my Harrison Fisher book, they have little epilogues, and those are fun to read. They're not really poets. They got poetry in there too, but thoughts on candy. Thoughts on candy. When she say saltwater taffy, I don't eat taffy, but candy, I like my chocolate. Sylvia retracted one. My thoughts on art as therapy. That's a good one. That's a good one, Arlene. Thoughts on motivation and inspiration. I got inspiration. I'll put motivation here. Motivation. Thoughts on family and relationships. Sylvia's filling out my list for me. I have some definite thoughts on that. Thoughts on movies. I love my Christmas movies. Thoughts on retirement. You got to get that in there. I didn't think I was going to like my retirement, but so far it's been pretty good. I've got a lot of my bills paid off. I think procrastination stems from the fear of what you have to do, Ligia says. I do that at work when I have a big writing project, and then when I get down to it, I'm like, it wasn't that hard. I know what I'm doing. Dar says, Kimmers can tell you about candy. We're going to have to ask Kimberly about candy. My thoughts improving one's health. I did some stretches this morning. And boy, did I feel good. Got 2 more and then I'm quitting. Mina says, favorite quotes. We'll put down, I don't know if I have a favorite quote. Quotes kind of come and go according to what I'm doing. Last one. Okay, Mary and ladies, Ligia says, I got to get dressed and run to work to catch her bus. We have a new CEO, a new boss. Can't be late today. Have a great day at work, Ligia. I'm going to think about you all day long. They're all saying goodbye to Ligia. Don't forget to check my post tab. I posted 2 of Ligia's videos on the zine project that we're doing. She is zipping along. And the last one will be Sylvia's My Thoughts on Personal Capabilities. And I'm stopping now because I've got 40. How do we spell capability? C-A-P-A-B-I-L-I-T-I-E-S. All right, that'll give me a lot to write on in this journal. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you. I would have never come up with those this fast. I would have been hemming and hawing on for the next week. All right, let's go back to washi tape. Thoughts on washi tape. I like how it's fixed my envelopes here. And I've only got 2 done. I thought I had 3 done. Well, we'll keep going. And I'm doing this. I think I'll change to this. And I think this is a little thinner. It is. So I might use that might do it. And this is it a paperback tape? I think it's a paperback tape, which I might need to I haven't used this for a long time. And it looks like it's gummy there. I'm going to tear this piece off and I'm going to have to cut it. I think this is cloth. I'll use this for something else. And let's do 2 of these. Since I'm cutting them. And then that will be out of the way. And this red is paperback. This red is paperback. I don't know how sticky this paperback tape is. You don't usually find paperback tape anymore, as a general rule. You can tell this tape is kind of old. I don't know where I got it. There's one. This seems longer to me for some reason. I messed it up. Alright, and I think I'll still put some glue on this because I'm not sure how it's going to work. And I have to get the paper off of it. And I lost my pens, Penelope. I need another pen. I have them. Probably should have done this first. Come on. Well, I had it and then I smashed it down. Now let's do the red one. I think I'll take the paper off of it first. Make a little tear tab. Might be able to know. I don't really care. That's probably why you don't find it much anymore. It's hard to get the paper off. Maybe the first time might work, but and you got to work at the other. All right, let's do a swish down the row here. And take the paper off of it. I think these red ones I cut long. Seems longer. It is. We'll put it on my scrap piece, whatever I did with that. It's over there. Cut it way longer. But that's okay, I got that extra black too. Does that look crooked to you? It looks crooked to me. I can't straighten this out a little. And of course, when I straighten it, I make it more crooked. That's a lot. I cut those entirely too long. Now, all right, let's cut it off. Hid my scissors. I think this is sticky enough. I'm not going to need glue. I'm just going to put it like that. I'll make a collage piece there. And this just has a little... It still looks crooked to me. It is. It's crooked. I put that on all crooked. I wonder if I can... Probably not. I'm going to try it. See if I can't straighten this out a little. It's a little better. Not perfect, but a little better. And then I'm gonna crease it in the middle. Use my bone folder. That worked to fold it on the outside instead of the inside. Whoops, I want to cut this way. That'll keep me writing for a while, my thoughts. 40 of them. Oh, what happened here? Am I doing that right? I did it wrong. Well, it'll be wrong on this one. I only wanted to cut the outside. I cut the inside too, but that'll be okay because it'll fold up that way. Oops! My thoughts on oops. Oopsies. My thoughts on oopsies. Yeah, this is cut wrong. Needs to go this way. I did that wrong. It still will be okay. I did it wrong! Don't do it wrong again. Don't make that mistake again. It's all right. It's just not like the others. My thoughts on my shaky hand. Go away, shaky hand. Don't get any worse. That's my thought on that. Throw this away. Throw that away. Throw that away. That's red, that's black. All right. We'll go with that, even though it's not perfect. And these are entirely too long. I cut these way too long. The red ones, my black ones are okay. This is going to take me a while. Let me go down to... Becky! Hi, Becky! Becky said the mail is mailed and I dropped a loaf of bread off at the mother-in-law's. She was so confused about why I was there. She'd forgotten all about calling me last night for a loaf of bread. Oh, hugs, Becky. Getting old is not fun. She's lucky to have you around, Becky. You are a blessing to her. She probably doesn't realize it, but you are. Scott probably realizes it. Let's take some glue and put down that way. Welcome in, Miss Becky. See if I can't get this straight. Grab a hold of the end of it over here. Sylvia says, I had to see my son-in-law in ICU and saw many, many souls all alone. Oh, no family, no friends. It's so heartwarming. Aw, hugs, Dee Dee. Sylvia. Dee Dee was right above her. Dar says, I agree, Sylvia. At least she has Becky to bring her things and take her places. And Dee Dee says, Cat, right. I'm grateful she can call on you. Grateful she can call on you, Becky. Aw, hugs. Arlene says, Kathy Berg stream for today, and she dropped a link. So Kathy Berg will be on at 9 Central. It's a little after 7:30 here, so it's a couple hours, 8:39, hour and a half. And this is entirely too long. I'm going to cut this piece off and save it. I'll save it for something. I'm not going to put it on there. I'm going to put this one here. And this got just a little crooked at the top. Let's see if I can fix that. There. And let's get this off before I glue it down. I don't like the paper tape. I'm not going to do any more of that paper tape stuff for this. It's too hard to get the papers off. And I always glue my tape down. I don't trust it. I just give it an extra opportunity to stick. Whoops. And we'll cut this, which folded over, which probably won't matter. And I'm going to put them on here. Let's put a smear of glue on there. Where's that Angie Brown this morning? I haven't seen her pop in. Is she in bed? Hi, Jersey. Welcome in. Kimberly or Dar asked you if you're still sick. How you doing, Jersey? Did you have a... I think I remember you saying that in one of your videos or your posts. Angie's not popped in. I hope she's sleeping good. Well, I hope so too. I hope she's okay. She's making bowls for the sale. One of Jacqueline's sales for everybody wants an Angie bowl. I told her she's going to make a killing on those bowls. She can use it for Christmas money. She was making yo-yos the other day too. All right, let's cut this one right. Not perfect, but better. Cut this at a slant. There we go. I'm liking those, but I'm only going to do 2 of them. I'm done with those. I'm going to put that washi tape away. It's too hard, too time consuming to take all that paper off. Let's roll it up. Put it in my bag. I'll probably have to get out some more. I like it because it's fairly wide, and I still need 2 of them. Stop! Yeah, a lot of good it does to roll these up. You should put a piece of tape on them, but I don't. Tape them to each other. Let's get out 2 different ones. Where are they at? Let me see what I have in here. Got that. That would work. Candy stripe. Dee Dee, have a blessed day. Arlene says, Dee Dee says she's off to do errands. Should be back before Meri leaves. Laura says, I have COVID. Oh my goodness. And simultaneously, my mother and stepdad are both in ICU. It's been crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jersey. We'll keep you in our prayers, Jersey. Laura, Jersey. COVID. Oh. And your mother and dad, or do they have COVID? They're in ICU? Oh my goodness sakes. That COVID is just not over with, is it? It's just not over with. I'm so sorry to hear that. Be careful out there, Dee Dee, Kimberly says. Dar says, oh no, Laura, what the heck? I'm so sorry, Dee Dee, or Kimberly says. Jersey says, thank you, ladies. I'm just glad to be here. Well, we're glad that you're in here. Thanks for popping in. I am, these envelopes, I'm making an envelope journal, and I'm going to write topics on ledger paper. I got the ledger paper out here. And then I'm going to, we made a list of 40 topics. I don't know if I have 40 envelopes. I have close to it. And I'm just going to write a little note and fold it in half and put it inside of the envelope. And I'm going to write what topic. But I'm decorating these because I don't like these flaps how I cut them. So I'm decorating them to look like, that's what I'm doing this morning, to look like this. And then I'll do something with the other sides. I haven't quite decided yet. But it's kind of a slow go putting this tape on, but luckily I don't have 800 of them to do. I'm not good at repetitive stuff. I get bored. Prayers, Laura, for you and your family, Arlene says. Okay. Well, yeah, that COVID. That was nasty stuff, and it's still not over with, is it? Well, it's here. I can get it worked off. And let's go ahead and do this one's easier to find. Let's do the gold first. See, I don't have to sit there and pick at the paper. Find the fold here. Did I find the fold there? No, I guess it's okay. And let's do the red. It goes faster when you don't have to peel that paper backing off. And then I'm putting the scraps on this paper. Let's put a little glue on that. The ends are going here. This is put it down there. And fold it this way. I really don't need to cut it down the center first, but I do. That's a little curved. Let's straighten that out. And then I fold down like this. You can see a little of that behind there. I cut that a little. No, that's the wrong way. Oh, it's the right way. All right. Throw your scrappies away. You don't need these scrappies in your life. Let's do that again. With the gold. Where's my gold? My shadow gets in my own way. I need to get an overhead light. I need better lighting in here. I can't see where that fold is. Right there, I think. And then the red. It's a little crooked there. That's all right. I'll fold it down this way and that way. I'm gonna like these, I think. Let me come out and look at chat again. Let me refresh it. Chat filter. All messages. Did Dawn pop in? Dar says, hi, Dawn. Jersey says, hi, Dawn. She gave her a rainbow. Kimberly says, oh, Joyce, I hope they picked you. Joyce said, Angie, I was begging to cheer with the cowboy cheerleaders. Angie says, I had a dream. Good morning, Angie. We were wondering where you were. Welcome in. She said, I had a dream last night. I was in craft school, and I had to knit a sweater. I didn't know how to knit, so I took a long sleeve shirt and glued yarn all over it and called it a sweater. There you go. You should do that. You should do that. Your dream is inspiring you. I love it. Accomplished. Task accomplished, Sylvia says. I love it, Angie. Joy said, Angie, I dreamed I was begging to cheer with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Oh, you guys. I haven't dreamt for a while. I used to dream all the time. I usually dream a lot, but I can't remember anything right offhand. I do remember one of my art dreams because I wrote about it, and I was mopping a floor, and I put watercolor in my mop water. Mopped the floor with watercolors. Good morning, Dawn, boss. It's nice to have you join us. Angie says, I don't know what grade I got. I woke up. Well, we'll give you, you just hope it wasn't an F. We'll give you an A, Angie. We'll grade you. I don't like to grade art, but that one deserves an A. That was a very creative solution. See, your creativity was showing through in your dream. Yes, it was. Let's see. Let's go to this, which is kind of a green floral, and it's a wider one. And let's put that's a wide one. Now, I don't know if I want. I guess I'm gonna have to get out another washi tape here for me. Let's see what I have. I got that. That'll work. And we got that. And here's some silver I need to use up. And here's kind of a tan. I'm using up this washi tape. This is all old. You know, you buy it. Well, at Hobby Lobby, you could get those packs of like 18. And I think I bought 2 or 3 of those when they went on sale. And I haven't used them all yet. We're going to use this wide green. Angie doesn't know what grade she got. I thought it was pretty good solution, Angie. Oh, well, that'll go on here. It's going to be one of those, probably why I still have a big row of it. Now I have to find the tear. Is it here? Here it is. Sometimes I pull these too fast. When you pull them too fast, they tend to tear. You need to go slow, Mary. Yeah, it's tearing here too. Get it started again. Hold your breath. I'm just about there. My shadow gets in my way. It's pretty washy. If I can just get it off without tearing it. And let's put this white polka dot with it to find the beginning of that. I take my thumb and just go back and forth, and I can feel where the little start is. just smear some. Let's go over this way. Go over that red. Waste not, want not. I haven't been wanting a whole lot lately. I've been enjoying what I have. Although I am going to go to Hobby Lobby when we go to the doctor appointment because I want to get some things for the October kit. So we'll see what they have. I might order some things from Amazon too. We'll see what. October, November kits. Because I want you guys to have some cool things to put in your, even if you don't use them, you can use them for other things. Which I'm going to stop here and I'm going to do a giveaway for the membership area. Let's do a giveaway. Well, I keep getting out of it. Let's do a giveaway. I think I'll do a $10. This is what a training. I think I'll do a $10 one, which would give 5 memberships. So 5 lucky people. That's a giveaway for 1 month subscription to the Fib Diggity creators. Let's do a giveaway. Let's go to my channel. Yeah, look, she's got all her needles in her. She says, I'm useful with all my pins in there. Let's get rid of the ad. And here I am. Here I am, live. And there's chat. Chat publicly. They're saying good morning to Dawn. All right, I'm going to go here. Membership gifting. And I'm going to choose the $10 one. And it's a one-tap buy, so you don't see my credit card stuff. It's processing. Payment successful means I have money in my account. Your gift memberships have been in live chat. Let's see who got them. Jane Litterick. Yay! Jane got one. HS, I don't know who HS is. The Ginger Cat Lady, I think she received one before. Angel Rose Designs, she received one before. And Dar. Yay, at least they picked somebody in my chat. A couple of them had already received giveaways. I don't have any control over who gets them. Yeah, Dar. I wish Kimberly would get one. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Jane got one. HS, I don't know who HS is. Ginger Cat Lady got one before, and so did Angel Rose. So I wish they wouldn't repeat them, but there we go. Congratulations, ladies. I'm going to have to save my time here, save my energy on my phone, I might need it. Congratulations, ladies. I think I already did that. I'm ready to trim here. They have to opt in to receive them. Not everybody who receives one opts in. But it's been, I think the last time I did this, 2 or 3 people joined. I know at least 2. I think 3 people joined. And they came to my impromptu. I've been having impromptu membership chats for this September zine sample I'm doing. and they joined yesterday. It was good to see some new people. There we go. It's not quite even here, but I'm going to leave it. I could put another piece up there. I didn't quite get it even here. Go fold it like this the next time I do it. I'm going to put another piece of small, slender. I'll use this you and me stuff. I don't really go for you and me stuff because I don't have, it's more of a Valentine type thing. But I need to use it up. You and me. Becky sent one. Becky, thank you so much. And Tanya Woodward received it. Thank you, Becky. I used to see Tanya in here all the time. I think she's from Omaha. Or she used to be. I'm not sure she still is. Thank you, Becky, for doing that. That was sweet of you to do that. To gift a membership. Thank you so much. Yeah. Tanya used to come in here about the time I was carving those erasers. I never did send those erasers. I sent one off to Mina, and it didn't make it through the mail, so I got really wary. And I just haven't, they're still in my stash. I'm not sure I'm going to send them. I'm not using them. I should just send them off. I probably have the list somewhere. I kind of know who goes what, who gets what anyway, but I sent off a couple. I think I sent Janet Baum hers. She got a cardinal, and Meri too. I sent one to Meri too, and I sent one to Mina. Mina didn't get hers. And I carved her another one, and I never got it sent. That's sloppy. What are you doing? I think I sent one to Becky too. She got a little gnome girl, a messy gnome girl. I don't know if that was the Christmas ones, though. There, that just kind of covered up that stuff at the top. I don't do that on the others. See if I can do better here. Thank you, Becky, for doing that. All right. I need to, I think I'll put it this way so I can see the line better. Let's see, what shall I use? Shall I use this? This is floral. And what shall I put with it? Oh, I got this little too. This says, cherish each day. Cherish each day. Well, that covered all. I think I'll use. That's too wide. Where's my red ruler? Well, I guess I'll try cherish each day and see if it'll cover it. You're hearing a chainsaw. Neighbor must be cutting down another tree. Yeah. I would have cut down a couple more trees if it would have been me, but it wasn't me. Trees here, the limbs in the winter time, we have to pick up all the limbs off of before I can mow, all the little things that fall. And I like trees. I don't dislike trees, but they can get messy at times. I'm glad they cut down that one, though. It was outside my window. Scared the bejeebies out of me. Yeah, I think this is going to, what? Was I going to use this? Yeah, I think I will. I can find the beginning of it here. Run your finger around the end. Sometimes when it has a pattern, you can see a break in the pattern. Here it is. And of course, it goes the other way. It goes this way. Cherish each day. Only get so many days on Earth. Let's open that up. Oh, look, see, I'm saving all these little ends. I about have this thing covered. Now I'll catch that on the other side. Alright, fold it this way, nice and straight. Where that came from, in my stash someplace. Well, it's stuck on my finger. I think that's fabric. I'm going to save that. Probably for October. I fell out of my October stuff. There we go. That works for me. How many of these do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm getting tired of doing this. Let's switch it out a little here. I'm going to... Let's do the postcards. Did I have the postcard giveaway? Let's have the postcard giveaway. There are 20 people in here. I'm going to give away 4 of them. I need to heal some of these. I got stuff on them. This one I messed up with white. Let's get my marker out, and that's only 4. I got another one someplace. Here it is. Here's my glue. Let's put the cap on my glue stick. Put all these washi tapes up here out of my way. I get tired of doing the same thing over and over. I get bored. All right. So, let's take a black pen and redo some of this. It's okay, it's this one. And this one needs a white. This is the one I found after the fact. He needs a branch to sit on. Of course, this is black marker on black paint, so you might be able to see it, but it kind of blends in. Okay. Now let's take my white pen. I'm trying to put these back in the band that I have here to hold these things together. I've got to get it down here where I can handle it. This piece of washi I'm saving. Let's draw a okay, that's good enough. So I'm keeping one for myself. I think I'll keep that one for me. And I will too quick on the draw here for the, I need to do the backs. Let's start with this one. Put that away too soon. Let's redo the arrow here. And we'll call that one done. Redo the line. Get my magazine out. We're going to give away 4 of these. As soon as I get this done. Now, if you won one the other day, I don't have that list, so if you win another one, you can keep it, or you can give it to pass it on to somebody else. It's up to you. You are welcome to have 2 of them if you want 2 of them. If you win it again, I don't have the list of who won the other day. That's up to you. And you may not even know. And I think I was putting owls on here. I've got a package of owls here. Whoops. This is going to be a wide line. He doesn't want to cover. Let's write postcard on it. And this one. And I think I put those owls on with the fine art glitter glue. And I think those, I'll do that again because it held them really nice. You know, I didn't check to see on those if I wrote the postcard on the, I guess it'll be okay. Might have to flip it around to read it. I know I did. I put postcard and hello on it. So, I mean the owl. Let's get the owls out. Hopefully I have 4 big ones. Got a bunch of heads in here. I might have to stamp a couple more. I've only got 3. Oh, these owl heads kill me. Let's stamp 2 more. Won't take but a minute. And I think I have some paper here. And what did I do with it? Oh, let me see if I have any in my scrapbooks I can use. Brown paper and sticker paper. I don't think my sticker paper is wide enough for the owls. There's some white, that'll work. Do I have any cream? I'm looking. I think it's all white. The white will be fine. These are white. Let me put these back. Now, worth saving your scraps. Let me stamp a couple owls. Hopefully my stamp pad is here. I think I inked it up the other day, so I should be good. Make sure I get ink on the edge of him. And I'm going to fussy cut him out, so if I get any on the outside, it'll be okay. Make sure I get that edge down. I think Dee Dee completely cuts hers out, which may be a smart thing to do, but I haven't yet. Let me look at chat. Let me refresh my chat. If you're in the balcony and want a chance to win a postcard, come on in. Hi, Lala. Welcome in, Lala. How you feeling this morning? Dar says, when it's 80 in the afternoon and the next morning it's 50, it's cold on my old bones. Yes. Mina says, hi, Becky. Hi, Angie. Angie says, I'm going to take Uncle to the store. Come back and make 3D flowers or take a nap. I'm not leaving. Aunt Beck says, it's the two neighbors behind me. There's a huge dead tree between their houses. Well, they're probably smart in taking it down. Oh, that turned out good. Let's do another one. Oh, yeah, I have 5 of them. Let's do him this way. Maybe I can get an extra owl. You know, I should stamp off some owls. Maybe I'll do that, not right now, but for, let's see, today is Tuesday. I probably will not come on. Sometimes I do impromptus on Wednesday mornings, but we go to the doctor tomorrow, so I will not be on. I don't know if I'll have time to stamp them out. Maybe on Friday I'll have a giveaway of owls. And I'll, you know, stamp out 6 or 7 owls a packet and have a giveaway. Because my owl stamp turned out good, and you'll have those for, and I'll put some in the October packet for the gals that are in the zine. Oh, that one didn't turn out good. Let's do another one. I got them good on the edges and forgot the wings. Let's do another one. Hi, Juju. Welcome in. Juju says, hey, y'all, I made it. She's headed to work. Have a great day at work, you and Legia. Work, work, work. I understand. I used to work, work, work. And I called myself, when I first started, the reluctant retiree, because I was not ready to retire. But now I'm enjoying it. I don't know what the future's going to bring, but there we go. He's going to be okay. Let's cut him out, glue him on. This guy I'll save and fill in the ink and use him in my journal someplace. We're going to have a giveaway once I get the owls on. So if you're in the balcony, you're welcome to come in and play if you want. Some of you like to crochet in the balcony, knit in the balcony, do your own art in listen mode. I go up in the balcony a lot when I chat. The only place I'm really not in the balcony much is at the sales. Keep my hand on the trigger key. I want that, click, click, click. And I usually end up being the third or fourth person. I got lucky at Lindy's sale. I must have been, everybody else must have been lagging. They had a lot of lag. But I got in on a couple of things I really wanted. Some washi tape, and I think there was a packet of about 90 napkins. I want napkins to cover my, I still got cigar boxes to cover. Okie dokie. There we go. Let's get rid of the scraps and put my ink pad away. I really like that black ink pad. I use and use and use it. All right, now we're going to glue. Where's my fine art glitter glue? Uh-oh. Did I lose it? Did it go over the cliff? I don't see it here. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll put it back. I did. And this is a little juicy, but I find it still sticks good. So I'm going to put the owls on. Pin off. And I just take my finger and smish it around. And I have to leave room for my address up there, so I put him right in there. And we'll come back and put hello on him. There's plenty of glue, but it's kind of watery. Okay, let's flip this page. Go to a clean page. We're going to the Wild West Water Park in South Dakota. And I'll check these owls before I put them in the mail, make sure that they're all glued down good. But this fine art glitter dude does a pretty good job, even when it's kind of juicy. Even when it's kind of juicy. We got, what, two more? This one and the one I was going to send to myself. I can't remember if I sent one to myself the other day, so I'm going to send another one to me. We'll have to. And I have envelopes to mail today, so if I have your address, if you win and I have your address, I can pop these in the mail today too. One more, it's mine. And I'm going to keep the page, same page, and find a clean spot down here to glue them down. And this one's mine, so I'll set him separate. All right, let me get my, and I think I'll clean my sticky hands. And that one's mine, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. This was a travel magazine that I got at the library, and I kind of like using it as a glue book. It's kind of wrinkly in there. I'm straightening out the pages. There we go. And I got a bunch of heads here. Maybe I'll put those in my October zine. Or November. Maybe I'll put a couple in September. All right, so we have 4 postcards. 1, you're welcome to play even if you won the other day. This one is going off of the edge. I think I can adjust him. I'll adjust him later. He's coming off of the edge. I might have to take him off and put a different one on. If I can do that. See if I can. I think I'll keep this one for myself and give you mine. Mine is okay. I'll give you mine. And I'll keep this one for me. Where's that pen? Let me put my glue away. Where's that big pen I had? Well, the tumble will work. What did I wanted to clean this up? I should find that big one. Did I put him back in there? Hello? Hello? And then I'll address them and sign them. Put a stamp on them and they'll go out today if I have your address. This one's mine. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have a giveaway. Range is between 1 and 100. We'll just write it on the back of this. Today is 9/2/25. Owl postcard giveaway. The range is between 1 and 100. And let me put in the go. You're welcome to play if you haven't played before. You're welcome to play if you played before, I mean. You're welcome to play. Between 1 and 100. I am giving away 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll give you a few minutes here. I got tired of putting washi tape on envelopes. I'll get out those other 2 sheets and fix the moons, and I don't know if I want to do snow globes again. I feel like I should do September. Something that maybe black cats on a tree limb. That would be fun to do, wouldn't it? Black cats on a... I'll have to carve me a black cat. Maybe carve it in the same style. I bet I could. That wasn't on an eraser though. That was on a piece of pink carving. I have to see if I have some more. I think I do in one of my boxes, carving material. I'm going to give you time to do that. Put in numbers. You can put in numbers for somebody else if you want. Put my pins in the band here. These thicker ones have a harder time going in. To keep my bone folder out, these are diggers. That can be thrown away. My pliers can go in the drawer. I'll do a little cleaning here, a little housekeeping. Are we done with the numbers? Have you had enough? All right. Aw, thank you, Dee Dee. All right, I'm going to put in a stop. Did you want another one, Angie? You retracted a message. You taking out your messages, Angie? You want to put another one in? Oh, for Laura. Okay. Put in the stop. There we go. Oh, I forgot to get my phone out. I usually try to do all of this before I put in this stop. We'll count that, Kimberly. Let me move the stop. Lag gets a hold of us, doesn't it? That's okay. I understand. I want everybody to have a chance. There we go. Alrighty. Let's go to random org. I'll get rid of me here. Oops, I went to my studio. Hold on. I want to go to random org. Oh, it's still going to my studio. New tab. Random. sequence generator. Random org sequence generator. All right, there we are. And the smallest value is 1, the largest value is 100. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with the go. And the numbers are 12, 59, 58, and 93. Dee Dee, did you get all your errands run already? You guys are fast. 12, 59, 58. Becky always takes 59, 58, and 93. So who won? Who won? There's only 4 of them. My pen is getting dry. Angie and Dar. Let's see. All right, for 12 is 20, 33, 66, 40, 13, 5. Nancy Gill and Angie Brown. Nancy Gill, it's good to see you. So she had a 5. Nancy Gill. But Angie won with a 10. I'm sorry. Angie won with the 10. Angie girl. Yep. Hi, Diane. Good evening to you. Thank you, Lala. Angie won. Who's closest to 59? We have 20, 33, 40, 26, 41 for Laura. Is it Laura with 41 that Angie put in, or Dar put in? No, 56 for Dar. 56 for Dar? From Kimberly? Dar. That's what she meant, Angie and Dar. She already found it for me. Kimberly, you're fast. All right. Who is closest to 58 then? 58. 33, 84, 40 for Juju. Is it 41 for Laura? It's Laura, isn't it? 41 for Laura. Get this out of my way. And the last one is 93. You guys agree with me, Laura? Hi, Sally Card Times Ahead. Welcome in. Salla, S-A-L-L-A. Card Times Ahead. Instead of hard times ahead, it's card times ahead. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for helping me out. I appreciate it. Who's closest to 93 now? Who hasn't won one? 58 and 59 kind of, there is a, I thought I saw a 30 in there. Let's see, we got Dar, we've got Laura, I have 26 for Beck, and, oh, we got a 66 for Ruth Lamb. Ruth Lamb, I think, 66. Do you guys agree? I'm going to put down Ruth, and if I'm wrong, let me know. Ruth Lamb. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you for playing, and thank you for playing for other people. I appreciate that. Kimberly with 84. What did Ruth have? Did I mess it up? It is. It's Kimberly. It's Kimberly with 84. Thank you, Angie girl. Sorry about that, Ruth. I think Ruth won. Did you win one already? I think Ruth won one. She was just helping me out here. Kimberly. Kimberly, she deserves one. Don't you agree? And I think I have all your addresses, Angie, Dar, Laura, and Kimberly. I think I have them. So right after chat, I will address them and get them in the mail with the other mail I have to go out today. Yay! Thank you guys for playing. I appreciate that. I needed to get them sent off. All right. I'm going to put them up above, get them out of my way here. What time is it? It is 8:47. I don't have time to do much, so I'm going to sit here and chat with you. Let's refresh my chat. What's going on in your life? What's happening in your life? Mina, I saw Mina. What did I see? Oh, it must have been up above that I saw her. Kimberly said give it to Ruth. Ruth won one the other day. I'm going to send it to you, Kimberly. You'll have to dispose of it in other ways. Ruth won. I remember sending one to Ruth. I sent 2 off to Canada. I think one went to Ruth, and I don't know who the other one went to. Vale? Was it Vale? I think one won. So you're getting it, Kimberly. You can pass it along if you want, but we'll just add to your stash. Sala is new in here. Card times ahead. Card times ahead. I love that. Card times ahead instead of hard times. Which reminds me, I want to get started on Christmas cards before the end of September. Di popped in from Australia. Welcome in. Good evening, Di. Let's see. Mina said, I have 4 of your bowls, Angie. I treasure them. Yeah, Angie does such a good job on those bowls. Everybody loves them. I don't have one yet. I've got a bowl from Becky, knitted, crocheted one. I think I bought it when Crafty Mama had her sale for Janet Baum. I bought a Becky crocheted big round bowl, and I keep tatting and yarn and stuff in it out by my recliner. And I have a smaller one that Lori did, and I keep my needles and needle book that Ruth gave me. I keep that in there, also out by my recliner. You made 4 bowls yesterday, and she ran out of rope. Let's go down to the bottom. Kimberly says, I hope you all have a good day. She dropped in a link to Kathy Berg. Kathy Berg will be on at 9 o'clock. I got 10 minutes yet. Angie's leaving. Kimberly says, thank you. I love the owls. I'm going to stamp off some more owls. I could do that right now. Let me flip around, and we're going to have a giveaway of just owls. Let me grab some paper here. We'll have a giveaway of just owls, probably on Thursday morning. I said Friday before, but I think I'll make it Thursday. Let me grab some paper out, and we'll stamp a bunch of them off. And let me grab this for get rid of stuff here. And we'll have a giveaway of just owls, and you can have owls for October. Let me get my ink pad out again. And I'll just spend a few minutes stamping owls here. Let me grab the paper. I only need 1 sheet. Use up my time. Don't waste your time. Wait, this comes under this. And it doesn't matter if I get a little messy on the outside, because I'm going to fussy cut these owls out. I got to get plenty of ink on them though. And when I have space, I've been stamping just owl heads. I think I'll use those in my zine. Nina says, I'm still here, Mary. I didn't play because you already made one for me. Aw, Nina, you're just too sweet. You could have won another one. Kimberly is waving hi to Missy. I think I'm going to look for another piece of Speedy carve this way and do some black cats in this same style. I think that'd be fun. I don't know why I haven't thought of that before. Thank you, Sala. Am I pronouncing that right, or is it, how do you pronounce it? With a ah sound or an a sound? Sala or Sala? A sound. I love that card times ahead. I love it. Well, let's see how this printed. Pretty good. When I don't get the print like I like, I will take my Sharpie, because it's permanent ink. And I'll tell you, these Sharpies, the caps are hard to get off. And I'll fix them in here, make them a little thicker. Because this edge of this owl is right at the edge of the stamp. See, it's right in there. And I have to kind of press down on that, and I don't always get it. I got to watch my time. I got 7 minutes. I'm going to use every minute. I got tired of doing those washi tape things. I'll do those again. Well, I don't know if I'll have all these stamped off by Thursday morning, because we're going to be gone. So maybe Friday we'll have the giveaway. Friday night, we'll have an owl giveaway Friday night. See, I have to stamp, I have to press down right in here because that's where that is. And then I forget the wings, so I need to make sure I get the wings, this part in here. That's pretty good. We'll get a row of these stamped at least. And I need to refresh my stamp probably before I make too many of these. Juju says, hey y'all, made it. Are you at work now? Juju, are you at work? You're saying it well. I really don't mind being called something else. I'm used to it. I am too. I don't know if I'm saying it well as Sala or Sala. Or Alla, Sala. Sala, card times ahead. Sala, card times ahead. I like the card times ahead part. Juju says she's at work. She made it. I wonder if Legia got to work on time. She's got a new boss today. A new boss coming in. She had to be at work on time, she said. Let's hope her transportation got her there. Yeah. I'm going to stop here because... What did I do with that pen? I'm going to stop here because Kathy Berg is coming on. We want to give her her time. I'm done anyway. And I'll do, how about a sheet of these? I can probably get, I'm going to try to get 5 on. I don't know if I can get 5. If I can get 5, I will. I can on the next row. So let's just pretend I get 5 on here. If I go close, I might be able to. And 5, 1, 2, maybe I can get 20 on a sheet. That's what I'm going to work toward. And I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 sheets of these. So we'll have 8 packets of owls. That's what I'm going to shoot toward. 8 packets of owls to give away. And I'll refresh my ink pad and work on these. Probably work on them Thursday morning and have the giveaway on Friday night. Heads up. Okay, everybody. Kimberly dropped the link up above to Kathy Berg's stream. So I need to get off and let her get on. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you Thursday morning at 6 o'clock. Bye, everybody. Take care, Kimberly says. Enjoy your day. Bye.